Uh, this is a game. We'll play the game that really has been taking up a lot of my time in the last week. Um, Zoo Tycoon. What is it, like Collector's Edition, Ultimate Collector's Edition? I forget the full name. This will be getting a review just because I love it so much. But we'll kind of go through the paces here. We'll call it a early review. So Zoo Tycoon 2, and Zoo Tycoon 3 were huge parts of my childhood. I played so much of them, it's not even funny. Um, they were just huge parts of my life. Um, and so the fact that one came out again is huge to me. I didn't even know about it until Monday, and the fact that it came out on Tuesday, was able to play it was just monumental. But this game was designed for Xbox, which is, I mean, somewhat alright. But there are definite things that hurt. Like, it's a decent Zoo Tycoon game, but it is lacking a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna load in, oh, I'll just load. I was kind of messing around with the sandbox mode last night, so we'll load that in. By the way, I can't see the chat right now. I've dropped it to the regular stream view so I can see if we drop any frames. Um, I was just messing around with it. So this wasn't the zoo I was working on. Apparently that one's gone. Maybe we'll start a zoo today. See how far we can get. And I'll show you immediately what is great. So this is what is great. You automatically start off in third person and can run around the entirety of YouTube. You can drive these buggies. You can interact with things. It can completely be played in the third person. Once again, this is my sandbox mode, so this isn't, everything's unlocked and everything in this. So if you see anything like this little pavilion, that it's unlocked. Have you started to notice kind of what's wrong with this? This is a little tiger enclosure up here. One, they decided to say screw you to fencing. Um, I mean, these people are just leaning over, and there's a tiger. There's a Bengal tiger just chilling there. Um, but yeah, you cannot make your own enclosures anymore. It is all predetermined, pre-plop and drop enclosures. Every single one of them. Restaurants, bathrooms, plazas, everything is just drop, click and drop. Which just sucks. That's a janitor. Because it takes away that certain aspect of making it your own. I mean, you can customize the path, and the trash cans, and the walls, and stuff like that. But actually making your own enclosures and having to, like in the first one, you had to have the exact amount of one particular grass or another to make the animals happy. In this, you just drop it, plop in a food, an interaction, and a cleaning station, and 9 times out of 10, the animal will be happy. Like, okay, so if we go into camera mode here, so the hippos have an interaction, this house, cleaning station over there, and food over here. And for some reason, every animal that is a herbivore both gets a trough and a tower in case it's the one giraffe. And then they have a second interaction of a pool over there, just because they're kind of in a larger spot. And so that just, like, that they're satisfied. These hippos will not need anything else. If we hit shift, we can see all their needs. They're good. They have all their social needs met because we have enough of them, and they have all their food and stuff met as long as we keep that stuff full. If we go over here, this is kind of a mini exhibit. This is where the majority of your animals will be. They will be in this mini exhibit, and I love turtles, so I made them their own little spot here. If we go over, I mean, there's our alligator snapping turtles. This is it. This was dropped. You put those 2 in, and there's a feeder and a cleaning station. But you never, I mean, if you refill those, great. They will forever be happy. You have to have your zookeepers, which I hired the best because this is unlimited fun. But when you start off, you're kind of just running around doing that yourself, collecting poop and all that stuff, cleaning trash cans and stuff. But that's it. You just drop and drag. So this is the actual build mode. I was working on putting all the birds over here and that kind of stopped. These are all the stations. This is a breeding station, a janitor's office, and a zookeeper. And I mean, you can change the money and do your campaigns and stuff. But if we just go to exhibit here, and we go, let's just go to Outback. They're very proud of their the fact that they've added animals from Australia, which is great, except the last Zoo Tycoon was forever ago. So the fact that they're like, we've added animals, is like, okay, you've also taken 15 years. So that's a little presumptuous. So this is what I'm talking about. We chose a Outback medium, and we just drop it, plops up, we connect it, and we can connect it again. We hit connect, we connect it, and that's yet there. I mean, we can go in. What kind of animals should we put in here? Adopt a new animal. Let's go with, what do we know? A kangaroo. Let's just go. And I mean, they have a decent amount of animals. That's where they really excel. Is there's a lot of animals here, but they're kind of broken down into these categories, and then you just have a lot in the category. So let's just go with a red kangaroo. If you hit shift, it'll bring you up everything you know. You know they like 4. Is a kangaroo found throughout the desert. They like the Outback. We're already good there. And pretty much you only go into that to see how many of their family they like. We go into animal care. We click on the spot, already predetermined, and it brings up all the different food options. And we can hit shift and look for the one that'll say kangaroo. There we are. So they like grass and leaves. Drop it down. We go animal care again. Hit E for next. Space. Build. Drop in a cleaning station. Because they always have to have cleaning stations. They like enrichment. Every animal needs at least one enrichment station. And here we're presented with a few options. Once again, just like subcategory, or like a main arcing category with smaller subcategories. So here's a place that a lot of kangaroos like. They like that one. Okay. Okay. And then we just go adopt new animals. And this is kind of, I do like this kind of part. Let's see here. It's not, if we go red kangaroo, we have to pick which one. So we'll get, except if you notice now, it changes the names every time we reload that list. They like to be in 4s. And then our super duper extra special Schnook there, will drop them in. And that's it. I mean, once again, as long as you keep them fed and happy and water, but if you get zookeepers, that 90% of that is taken care of for you. So, which I guess if you're playing the OG Zoo Tycoon, that stuff is taken care of for you, so that's a little different. The fact that you don't get to design the enclosures really takes it away. I really thought they would do kind of like a city skyline, where you just waggle, or it would be all square, but you can still design it your own. Because you can play City Skylines with a controller. I mean, the game is fucking gorgeous. I mean, it really is. And there's some interactions. It was designed to run on 4K and on the PS4 Pro. So, like, you can feed the elephants by hand, or feed the giraffes, or interact with the chimps. So you can do that stuff, and it just is gorgeous. You can also do this, and a buggy will just be thrown from the heavens. And if you get in the buggy, music will start playing, even though you don't want music, and people will move out of your way. Yep. Now, don't get me wrong, I do love this. I'm so happy this is back in the world. That Zoo Tycoon is, like, there is a Zoo Tycoon back. But it just hurts that it's this dumbed down. You know, like, that this is what I got. You know, it's like getting promised cookies, and they look like chocolate chip, and you get all excited for chocolate chip, and you take a big bite, and it's raisin. You may like raisin, but you weren't expecting raisin. And even like the scenery and like the mountains and stuff is just drag and plop. Just drag and plop. Like, oh, that's a nice mountain. We'll just... And you have to do that because otherwise you're just left with these giant, expansive plots that sometimes are bigger than the enclosures of just nothingness. Like, this is just nothing. There's a wall around it, but it's nothing. This is nothing. I get it. It was made for consoles, and it's great. I am, once again, super happy it exists, but the fact that it was put on PC, you can tell, was kind of an afterthought. And I'm happy Microsoft is doing this, is putting games on PC with their Windows and their Xbox and their Xbox subscription and stuff. You can get games on Windows. Like, I think that is great. That is where we should be heading. But it just hurts when a game is clearly 150% made for Xbox, and it's ported over this poorly. You also can't really rebind any of the keys. I was going to make it so I could kind of play this sitting back and using the macros, or the mouse buttons on my mouse to be able to... excuse me for 1 second. Use the mouse buttons on my mouse to be able to control it, but you can't do that. It doesn't recognize mouse buttons. And I mean, we have our typical training mode, which glitched out on me, so I had to stop that. We have a campaign mode, we have challenge mode, and we have sandbox mode. I played one of the campaigns, just unlock the map, but it's broken. See, once again, it treats like the South African and the Australian stuff as if it was DLC for some other game. Like I said, it's very proud of its South Africa and its Australia content, as if it was some kind of DLC we're not aware of. So it's weird like that. And if we, you know, let's just... Where should we start a zoo today? I mean, I'm in America, so I like doing it in America, but that's pretty presumptuous. Let's do out here. Let's do Hawaii Beach Zoo. 25,000 zoo dollars. Why can't I select it? Yeah, okay. It wasn't letting me mouse it, but it was letting me space it. Yeah, it's great. It exists. It just, yeah, there's a lot that's missing. There's a whole lot that's missing. Okay, so when you load in, you literally have nothing. And as best as I can tell, so like how we picked Hawaii, that doesn't change really anything. Also, the plots are fairly decent size, but once again, if you're laying down these expansive, if you're laying down these small plots, they kind of need to be pretty big. When you start off, you have to start from nothing. So if we go to animals, that we got like all the research I did in the other one, in my actual playthrough, that's gone now. That doesn't count. So let's just start off. I'll just show you. So you go to mini exhibit, tropical rock. So it seems kind of randomized of what, because my last one I try to get everything really close so they can fit the most in. You level up pretty quick, like that's kind of nice. But it, so we had a female. So these like at least 2 of them. And Joe. And that's it. I mean, now we have these giant lizards that are about to eat these people, but never will, unfortunately. And, yeah, and you kind of rinse and repeat. Make sure that the animals are being placed in the right biome. And that's kind of it. You know, make sure your guests are kind of happy. And that's it. It just... It's a lot of potential with a little bit of wasting. And I know that's pretty mean. I get it. I really do. It sucks. You know, there's no other way I can describe it other than, it sucks as a feeling, not as a game. Not that I really believe in scores, but if I had to give this one, it'd be like a 7. Like you tried, you gave a valiant effort and tried. And I'm sure on Xbox, this is just amazing. The fact that this exists, if I was an Xbox person still, and this came out, and I would be so happy. The fact that this exists, and I can play this on my Xbox while laying on the couch, oh, I would be in hog heaven. If I adopt some kangaroos. Yeah, children are freaking expensive. Like, uberly expensive. So we'll get Scooter, Jesse. See, now we've leveled up. So it seems to be kind of random at different, like, So, like, there are different categories of animals. So there are rare and common animals. And it seems kind of random as to what animals you will get. So if we go to... Is it Zoo Collection? Yeah, so we have common species, uncommon, rare, and star species. And there's only one. So the star, that is, like, the hardest one to get. I'm guessing. I'm kind of figuring this out. Yeah, because these are different rare species. Okay, so it does randomize what ones it considers rare and whatnot per challenge mode. So that's kind of neat. Like, that's a neat thing to have. And you do have research. You know, you can research different things to help money-wise. You can research... It pushes a lot for animal releasing into the wild, which is an interesting place to be, like, pushing. Because now, like, once again, with these predetermined plots, the red kangaroo's like 4. Like, that's their minimum amount of ones they like. I can't place any more in here now. We have 3 in here, and that's it. That's as many kangaroos as I can have in here. And I don't think you can get zookeepers until level 5, I think? So that means until then, I have to keep going, clicking on this, and refilling. It's not a one-button refill. It is, I have to click, click, click. So, especially for these bigger things, I have to go douche, refill, E next, dash, refill. That's it. But still, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, it's not that bad. It could be better. It could really, really be better. Like, I mean, the game is gorgeous, so. Like, if I had a PS4 Pro, and this was running on a 4K television, this would be amazing. See, now I'll never be able to meet their social need because we have 3 of them. That's as many as I can have. And that's it. That's it. That's as many. Let's put down an aired pool. We'll get that snake thing. See, I mean, we've already leveled up twice. So it's not that hard to level up. It just, it takes a little bit of work to get there. Water snakes. And when you first get the animals, you actually have to research them. And the more uncommon or rare it is, the more research, or the more money it takes, the longer it takes to research them. How many? They're like probably only 1. There's different levels of animals, and I believe that just dictates how successful they are at returning to the wild. So if we go here, the snakes are very difficult to see when they're in these enclosures. But there it is, on top of the water. Yeah. Once again, looks beautiful. I just don't like this. The fact that I can't get another one. But we can get a breeding center, and that will go help the kangaroos breed. But yeah, see, just these open land, I just don't like it. I really don't. I wish I could fill it in with concrete or something. Just or just be able to fill it really in with trees instead of even the trees being kind of scarce together. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I apologize. I was just kind of waiting for the breeding center to get up and running. Huh. We zoom out, it got really bright where we're looking. Interesting. Yeah, there is kind of a day-night cycle, but in the fact that it just gets darker, it doesn't even get dark. And I just now noticed that giant light is always shining wherever you are looking. Okay, so we can get breeding center. We'll plop. I like that those kind of hidden. I mean, that's not what people really come to the zoo to see. It's people trying to get your animals fucked. Hire. And then, you know, it's the same kind of thing for hiring these people. Except you have to tell them where to go work. They won't just wander the zoo and try and help each animal. You have to tell them, hey, go help the kangaroos breed. And at some point, a person will walk over here and try and help. Those lizards, though, I mean, just that could kill all these people. But it doesn't. Yeah, so I mean, that's yeah, you just plop down, even the concession stands. Let's get a burger barn. See, it's just a predetermined spot. Plop it connected via path, and boom. Oh, weird that there's just a... You can change the price and stuff like that, but, yeah. It's missing something. Missing just a little something. Yeah, the zookeepers we can't get until the next level. And there's a lot of challenges, and they kind of yell at you when you don't complete the challenges. So that's kind of annoying. Like the fact that these challenges will pop up, and if you don't do them right away or complete them, it will kind of scold you for not having done that, which is weird to say the least. I'm just checking on the stream here for a sec. Which is just weird. Like, I get you're in challenge mode, so they want you to do the challenges. But still, at the same time, it's like, geez, I don't need you to yell at me. I will say that it takes alt-tabbing like a boss. Like we just did there. Yeah, we can, like, drop down a plaza, I guess. Not an Aubrey Plaza, because that would be funny and entertaining and great to see. I don't like how bright the light of doom is that comes off us either. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, enough of that. See, that challenge is successful. That will pop up for every challenge. You don't accept the challenges. It just gives them to you. And I try and click that zoo collection one, so I don't have to see all the other ones ticking down. But yeah, it'll just keep popping up. Hey, you failed this challenge. Hey, you failed this challenge. And some of them are all right. Like this, we're just gonna get in one of these buggies of doom. And we just have to drive it to the nearest, and it's always the nearest restaurant in our zoo. And people move out of our way, so it's not even a race. It's just, yeah. Now we get 10% discount on food and stuff. That's yeah. We only have $1,000. We're not doing the hottest. with our light of doom. Also, in my game, I was really playing one. I could make the animals happy all day, but people just were not ever happy. I never seemed to be enough for them. So that's kind of weird. I mean, that's very realistic, but... Oh, yeah, and you have to collect the poop. Which is just another, like, you have to go through all these menus. I think that's what annoys me the most, these menus. And I mean, you can ping stuff from here and see how happy your animals are, and there's like 1,000 things to change, but it's just the fact that it's all council-sized for the fact of easy access. That will be getting a full review. We may come back to that.